We are a group of gearheads that have devoted our lives to what we do. From racing and off-road performance to show cars and fabrication. Customizing cars and trucks, it isn't just a hobby. It's all we know. We are DFA Performance. My name's Jason Witt, and I'm the owner of DFA Performance. After leaving a career in the racing industry, I moved back to my hometown and started a small business fabricating and building engines. After lots of sleepless nights and finding the right group of people, that small business has turned into the full-blown custom car and truck shop that I operate today. In the early days of the shop, I was just running around trying to do everything myself, but now I'm really just helping the guys piece everything together and trying to keep them moving forward. Sometimes that involves me welding. Sometimes that involves me just talking to customers. Sometimes that involves me just holding something up for somebody that needs it. But I just try to make myself there where I need to be to make the best job outcome happen.
I've been working on cars my whole life. Not all professional. I've worked at one shop previously. It didn't work out, but pretty much just always wrenching on whatever. You know, I didn't like paying people to work on my stuff, so I like doing it myself. I figured, help other people out and start working on their stuff.
Patrick he's fun, man. He's been just this big, bright, smiling light in this place. He's just always happy, always having a good time, but not like causing like a chaos. You know, he's an old soul for sure, because he loves and knows like all this old hot rod stuff that some of these people just don't, a lot of people don't know anything about anymore.
Seth is over here ruining my scene and stuff. I'm never going to go to stardom if you keep doing that stuff, Seth.
Oh, it had 342s.
342? What are you putting in it?
411s. It'll be a lot more fun.
Yeah. I mean, this thing...
It'd probably be better with the turbo too.
Yeah, the turbo might help a little bit.
It's so much more fun out of the car though. You can kind of take like an artistic perspective. Like,
yes, you're
like, wow, that looks really nice. Then you put it in and grenade it because you're too hard on it. And then you're sad because you have to do it again.
Mm.
And then, except that time, the second time, you're probably going to do it in the car because you just had it out. Why would you take it back out again?
I've been working on cars since I was, 14, 15, and that kind of led me into working on semi-trucks and working the manufacturing thing, doing a lot of electrical, like hybrid electric trucks and stuff, and then wanted to take my hobby into working on custom cars all the time.
Dave has been into drag racing for a very long time. Anything drag racing, you can ask him. He has helped me set up my cars. He enjoys racing no prep. He pretty much built his car by himself. He's very smart with anything electrical. But it's hard to get any words out of him until you get to know him. But once you get to know him, he's a great guy. Again, I always wanted to work in this industry. Never really had a chance until the shop I worked at previously came along. Of course, that was a bad experience, but now here, I love DFA. I love what I do. It's not a job. I don't come in on Monday and I'm just counting the days till Friday. Every day I enjoy coming in here. I enjoy working with the guys. I enjoy working with the customers.
Baby.
I grew up in a car family. We had ATVs, dirt bikes, RC cars, stuff like that. So, there's always something engine related going on. Things would happen to them, they'd break, and I'd end up pulling them apart and, didn't know how to put it back together, and I had to call either granddad or dad, stepdad, and they'd come, show me how to put it back together and whatnot. But
I met Seth through downhill mountain bike racing, which isn't a world where people are usually interested in cars, but he was. So me and him talked, and he was just a teenager, but he had these rowdy 5.9 V8 liter Jeeps.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
He was into drifting, and he's like completely self-taught for really until he got here. And we brought him on as entry level and trained him how to do some things, and now he's like our #1 engine guy. Me and him have been building engines and exhausts together for years now, and he's a great fabricator, a guy you can count on, and someone I don't know how I could do it without. So.
My name's Cameron Simmons, and I'm practically the wheel and tire person currently. Right now, I'm basically the new guy.
So Cameron, he's our newest guy. It's actually pretty cool because rarely have we ever hired a customer. We knew him, and it was someone, that we felt comfortable with.
Basically, my grandpa was a mechanic. He was a hydraulic mechanic for a long, long time. And when I was growing up, he was always working on cars, buying them at auctions, fixing them up, flipping them, everything else. And, he taught me a good amount. So I have at least some background. I just don't necessarily have the schooling, but I've always had an interest in cars and everything else. So I'm basically just trying to take my skill set to the next level.
When we brought him on, it was a breath of fresh air because he was someone who genuinely wanted to work in this field. And even years ago, when he applied to work here, I basically told him, like, hey man, you need to work on getting your skill level up a little bit. And he actually went and took a job in this field at another shop just to grow his skill set so he could come work somewhere that did a little bit of the stuff like what we were doing eventually.
I've had work done here previously. I've been a customer for a long time, and just everything they've been able to do with my vehicles on top of everybody else's, it's always top-notch quality. Like I said, everybody shows up, does exactly what they're supposed to do. I'll say they push cars out, make sure they're done properly. So it's been a good environment to work in so far.
It's easy for me to give a flashy answer being that it's, my shop, but truthfully, the whole premise of this shop was to try to find what other shops did wrong and make it work.
We've got just this really well-rounded group of guys here. I mean, guys that have backgrounds that range from classic American cars and trucks to the new American cars and trucks, Japanese market, German market. We've got guys that are drag racers, we've got guys that are drift racers, and we got some road racing guys too. So really, like, all of this knowledge base comes together with one group of people, and we're just able to share that with each other, and we're able to give that knowledge and experience to the best possible things that we can do for our customers.
The eye for detail here is, just that's like a priority for everybody. So, you get everybody together doing the same thing. It just ends up adding up to be, you get a good result out of it every time.
You know, you're always going to get haters when you start getting out there, and everybody's going to tell you you're not doing something right, but we put our money where our mouth is. We're consistent. We get things done on time. We don't leave things sitting around for months and weeks. We're honest. We don't lie to customers. We don't manipulate the price. If it's not a good idea, we'll tell you it's not a good idea. If it's going to be really expensive and we think you don't realize that, we'll tell you it's going to be really expensive. We're not trying to sell you anything here. We're just trying to make your ideas come to life, even if it's a small idea. We're not too cool to take on a job that is big to one person and not to another. But the biggest difference is who we got working here and that vast range of skill and knowledge between all of them. We got Seth back here. He's wrapping up a couple things. We're getting ready for the first startup. Uh-oh.